Hey there everybody, I'm here at Stone Mountain in Georgia, and I've been coming here since I was a kid. It's changed an awful lot since then, but one of the things that remains constant is the actual Stone Mountain itself. And I'm about to ride on the gondola up to the top, and I'm going to take you with me. So let's go check it out. Now, a little bit about the tram. It goes up pretty far, all the way to the top. I had to buy a ticket to get on. Ticket was $21 with tax. So for those of you that are keeping count, it costs $20 come in here and park, $20 to get up to the top of the mountain and back. Alternatively, you can walk up the back of the mountain. So you can get to the top of the mountain for free, technically, but I mean, the tram's so much more fun, right? As we ride up to the top, let's take a moment to talk about this giant carving on the side of Stone Mountain. First, this is the largest carving or sculpture in the world. It's 30 feet larger than South Dakota's Mount Rushmore. Of course, it's hard to grasp how truly massive it is from video or pictures. To provide a little perspective, the carving is 2 football fields wide. At its deepest point, it's carved over 40 feet into the surface. That's over 4 full-size basketball hoops laid top to bottom. In fact, the monument is so large that you can literally park 2 school buses on the back of the middle horse. The carving itself is a Confederate memorial. From left to right, you see Jefferson Davis, General Robert E. Lee, and General Thomas J. Stonewall Jackson. Now, being a giant Confederate memorial isn't without controversy. There are some that want to erase the memorial altogether because of what it stands for. However, that's easier said than done. Stone Mountain's CEO was quoted as saying, "To remove the carving would take a small tactical nuclear weapon." In other words, it's not going anywhere anytime soon. With that said, let's get back to our trip to the top of the mountain. As the tram heads over the crest of the mountain, you quickly see your destination. This is the only building up here. It's got a gift shop, a place to grab snacks, and most importantly, air conditioning. So here I am on top of Stone Mountain. Now this place is super cool. On a good day, you're supposed to be able to see 40 miles, and I can validate that. There's sun in the sky, there's no clouds, or very few clouds, and I can see all the way to Atlanta, I can see Buckhead, I can see panoramic views that go across the entire landscape, and it's really, really neat. I highly recommend coming up and checking it out. Now the other thing I would mention about Stone Mountain is that when you're up here, I mean, realistically, this is like a barren wasteland. There's nothing else like it that you would see anywhere. And that's of course true because this is the only granite exposure that is this big on the entire planet. So if you want to see something truly unique, something that you won't see anywhere else on the planet, definitely come by and check out Stone Mountain. As I was walking around up here, I noticed a bunch of small pools of water. And when I looked closer, I noticed that there were a whole bunch of tadpoles and what I found out to be shrimp floating around inside of these pools. And they got up here in various ways. What I had read after the fact was that the birds would grab frogs or grab shrimp from other places, fly up here and drop them off or excrete them, right? And then they would be put into the pools of water, and then they would come back to life and they'd flourish. And it's really crazy because it hasn't rained here much in Atlanta lately, and the pools are drying up. So as the pools get smaller, there's more of these critters swimming on top of each other. So it's really dense. You look anywhere inside one of these pools and you can see just thousands of tadpoles and shrimp and probably mosquito larvae and all kinds of different things. Now I mentioned earlier, you can come up the backside of the mountain if you want, and if you do that, it's a hiking trail. It's straight up, then straight down. I've done it before in the past. I'm not going to do it today. It's about 100 degrees here in Atlanta, so I don't want to sweat myself up, but it's a nice hike, and you see a lot of people shoot in the morning, hike up the back, hike down. There were a few people that are doing it this afternoon, but it was fewer and far between. And we're coming up to the edge that overhangs the green grass area, and actually we're just about right above the engraving in the side of the mountain. And the first thing I notice is these tiny little fences. And let me tell you, that doesn't look like enough to stop me from rolling through it. So I'm gonna take it real easy and real slow. But I'm right up on the edge of it. And you can see the green grass down there. We're pretty far up. Now that we've finished visiting the summit, let's go ahead and head back down to the bottom where we'll explore the rest of the park. So one of the weird things about being at Stone Mountain is everything around Stone Mountain is covered in, you guessed it, stone. So I'm not at the top of the mountain, I'm not on the mountain, I'm actually by the parking lot, and right here by the parking lot, I'm standing on the same granite that you'd find at the top, and the whole area is covered with it. You have little bits of green that are growing in it, but at the most part, you're walking on stone. It's really, really pretty cool. Stone Mountain functions as part nature reserve, historic site, and part commercialized amusement park. Today, approximately 4 million people visit the park each year. In the amusement park part, you'll find all kinds of activities for children and adults alike. Within the marketplace, you'll find shops, candy shops, and even a 4D theater. Additionally, there are plenty of outdoor attractions, including a multi-level sky hike where you can clip in and climb around, and a mini golf course. Then of course, you can head off to explore the lake, where you can do things like fish, kayak, and paddleboard. The lake itself is man-made and took 2 years to dig out and then another 2 years to fill in with water. Back in the amusement park, there's kind of an out-of-place dinosaur theme going on, but I'm sure the kids love it. At least mine did when I took them there in the past. So here I am on the Mountain Pass train. It goes all the way around the entire mountain. So we'll see how it is. I've heard good things. I think there's supposed to be a little show somewhere in the middle. So hopefully it's pretty cool. This 1940s style train ride lasts around 30 minutes. It's a relaxing trip that gives you a chance to see the natural beauty of the park. In the past, the live action show was a shootout with bank robbers in an old western town. While the town remains, today's show is focused back on the dinosaur theme. Again, all the kids on the train seem to love it. All right, that's it for the trip today. I'd like to thank everybody for joining me on this visit to Stone Mountain, and we'll catch you on the next one. All right?